Okay, welcome back to episode 3. But we're still here.
Still here?
We had to stop earlier because
Yes.
we don't want, like I said, we don't want the episode to be
Redundant.
Yeah. So this episode will be at somewhere around next week, Wednesday or Thursday, which is 14 or 15 January. So if you're seeing this, thank you for still supporting us, even though we are annoying as fuck. But we had to give the blunt truth, right?
Yeah.
So today, bro,
Today,
as in like continuation from protein, we are going to go to our second macronutrient, which is our fats.
fats.
Yeah. So compared to carbs, fats is technically a bit more important compared to carbs lah. Carbs is carbs is actually not so essential.
Okay, essential. Okay.
Yeah, compared to fats. Because fats has a bit more functions than carbs, like hormones and all that lah. Okay. So you want to talk about it?
Okay, I'll talk about it. Fats. Now, I'm going to talk about the function of fats. Fats mainly is for protecting your organs, is for helping you produce hormones. It does function like it is your main energy source. It is not your immediate energy, it is your long-lasting energy. That means it's the energy that releases in your body that is lasting for very long. When you're not doing any activity, like when you're just lazing around, you're using your fatty acids.
You mean dietary fats or body fat?
Your body fat is constantly being turned, your triglycerides are being turned into free fatty acids, run through your blood.
And vice versa lah.
Yeah. So what happens is that is your main source of energy is what I would say when you're not doing anything strenuous. Wrong? Correct?
Okay, so if you look at endurance training or high intensity training, right? If you look, I'm talking about like zone 1 or zone 2, zone 5, even zone 6, zone 5, zone 4. Majority of your fuel is your carbohydrates. And a bit of your phosphagen system. Fatty acids is involved, but very, 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 very minimal. Very minimal.
Yes, very minimal.
Okay. And you look at the other end of the spectrum, you have your zone 1, which is like your walking. Majority of your fuel is fatty acids.
Oxidization. Huh?
Yeah, correct. So it's not absolutes. It's not like, oh, zone 6 means it's 100% carbs.
Yeah, it's never 100%.
Yeah.
It's never 100%. I'm sorry, I'm still 3 hours of sleep.
His brain is not braining.
Okay, so basically there's a difference between dietary fats and the fats that we store in our body, adipose tissue. So dietary fat, I'm going to talk about dietary fats first. Dietary fats can be divided into saturated, unsaturated, and also trans fat. But I'll talk about trans fat later. Basically, unsaturated fat is the fat that people say is good for you because it lowers your LDL, it lowers your HDL. Which one is the bad cholesterol?
HDL good, LDL bad.
Yes, so I was on the right track. It lowers your LDL, it increases your HDL. While your saturated fat, it increases both LDL and HDL. And then trans fat does something which is, it only increases the bad cholesterol. So now when we consume fat, what happens when you consume fat? First thing that happens when you consume fat is digested a bit in the mouth. It goes to your stomach. So first in the lingual lipase, then it goes to your gastric lipase. Your stomach digests about 15% of fats. And then CCK is triggered, then it goes to your liver.
Gua tak faham, bro.
Okay.
So lu cakap ni?
Basically what I'm saying is, this is what happens in the digestion of fat. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because I'm going to mention something later on. CCK triggers the liver to produce bile, which is
CCK is what? Calvin Klein, is it?
No. CCK, you're going to ask me this. CCK is
some enzyme.
Yeah, it's some enzyme. Which is celio something, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So basically, CCK is triggered so that liver produces bile concentrated in the gallbladder. Why this is important is because the gallbladder concentrated by the bile salts and the bile acid is what helps a lot with breaking down fat so that it can go and be digested properly in the small intestine.
Okay.
Why that is important is because there are some people without gallbladder, but I'll come back to that later.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so fats. That is dietary fats. Then we have, before I go into deep, I just want to talk about the fats that we store in our body. You have subcutaneous fat, which is the fat below our skin. You have visceral fat, which is the fat which is deep inside surrounding organs and everything. And then you also have brown fat, which is the fat that is used to keep us warm. So these are the type of fats that we store. Now let's talk about the function of fats. Fats in your body helps a lot with hormone regulation. Did I already say that?
Not really.
Not really.
I mentioned that earlier, way earlier.
Way earlier, right? Yeah, I think because 2 episodes together, that's why. Hormone regulation, it helps with your cardio. When you are doing steady state cardio,
Zone 1, Zone 2.
Yeah, zone 1, zone 2. Your fat is utilized by the process of oxidation. We have 3 processes, right? Oxidation, glycolysis, and also phosphagen.
Yeah.
Phosphagen system. So fats is utilized in the oxidation system, the most basic. So the
It's the most slowest process,
Yeah.
but it produces a lot of energy.
it is the most vast amount of
Yeah.
resource that you have in your body.
Yeah.
So your power banks that you store, the fats everywhere, can anytime be converted for you to use it, unless you start using too much, and then you need to depend on glycogen. So on saturated fat, do you have anything to say, bro? Since you're an expert on the matter.
Okay, so saturated fat, it has very high links to increase LDL, which is a bad cholesterol, right?
Yeah.
There is some truth to it. Yes, if you're on excess energy intake,
Actually, if you are eating a maintenance, it does not cause any harm. And
okay, it does not cause any harm if your fiber intake is good. So we'll talk about fiber later. Yeah, but if your maintenance intake and if your fiber intake is poor, and if you're not doing any physical activity, it might be an issue lah. Especially maintenance intake, especially if your body fats are already high. Right? I mean, come on lah. Majority of them are like 100 kilos. Technically, are maintenance intake what? So that's some nuance to it, right? But now let's say if your body fat is low, 12% body fat, you are technically doing some sort of physical activity. You are still somewhat eating good amounts of fiber, and eating that amount of saturated fat is fine.
Yeah.
Because when you look at long term, there's one small study here, bro. They actually put the participants on a hypercaloric diet, means they were on a deficit. They were on a fat loss diet with high amounts of saturated fat. They were fine.
without unsaturated.
I'm not sure about that, but high saturated fats.
Okay.
And they were fine. That shows that even if when you are on a fat loss diet, are you coming to politics?
Sorry.
Yeah. So when you are on a fat loss diet, and you are consuming decent amounts, because you cannot consume ultra high amounts because you are on a fat loss diet. You are on a very restricted amount of calories.
Yeah.
Very restricted amount of foods.
Yeah.
So you cannot really eat so much saturated fat, but it was still high amounts of compared to your calorie intake. They were actually seeing improved health markers with saturated fat. So, long story short, you can eat your saturated fat.
Yeah.
Like your, ayam goreng or whatever saturated fat, right? But hit your fiber intake daily. Your fiber is like a life savior when it comes to saturated fat.
So, and another way to identify what is saturated fat and what is unsaturated fat is basically saturated fat is mostly solid at room temperature, and unsaturated fat is usually liquid at room temperature. And there's also another one called trans fat. Trans fat is actually modified saturated fat. There's a process that used to be done called partial hydrogenation, which was already banned, which is basically they will add hydrogen molecules to saturated fat to make it last long, have a higher shelf life.
And tastier also, is it?
What's that?
Tastier also, is it?
Yes, tastier and also higher shelf life. So a product can last longer, it doesn't go expired. So there are certain brands that actually benefited from this. But the FDA has already banned this process of hydrogenation.
Chemist, bro. Chemist. Ex-chemist. Hydrogenation.
In 2018. but there are still some products here and there which you still can find.
I think Malaysia very
Very
rare.
less, very
I
hard
think
to
if you
find.
look at the labels, right, they will state below 0.1 grams
Yeah,
per 100 grams. I
but
think.
it exists, but it still exists. Yeah, but when you're consuming fat in your diet, you don't need to worry about what fat it is. I wouldn't say you need to worry so much. The first thing you need to look at whenever you're looking, let's just say you're buying a product, the behind label, you need to look at total fat.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't focus too much on whether it's unsaturated or saturated.
Because the problem comes, right,
Yeah.
majority, okay, whatever we are saying now, right, it's very detailed,
Uh-huh.
but majority of the problem, it arises when you're eating a shit,
Yeah.
when you're eating high amounts of calories.
And I don't think people have a problem of getting fat in. People are getting too much fat in. So
Yeah.
they need to, I feel like the general thing is people are getting too less protein
Yeah,
and too much fats in.
and too much carbs also, lah.
Yeah. Carbs, I feel, is still okay. I feel like fats, they are overdoing it.
Yeah, but they don't realize it.
Yeah.
Because majority of the food, it looks like it's carbs,
Yeah.
but it's very high fats,
Yeah.
like your cake.
Yeah. And also, the fats is the reason why people tend to underestimate how much calories they're eating, because fat per every gram carries 9 calories, unlike carbs and protein, which carry 4. Fats actually carries 9. So you might feel like it's a very rich macronutrient.
Yeah. So the problem comes when you eat too much of calories.
Yeah.
Not actually too much of fats. Too much of fats is actually not really a problem. That, again, maintenance, control your saturated fat intake, fiber. That's it. So, majority problem arises when you have too much of calories.
Yeah.
Right? So, like you were saying earlier, look at the label at the back, right?
Uh-huh.
The fat label.
Look at the one more thing about the nutritional value on the back
Yeah.
of any product, by the way, it can go off by 20%. That's just
Yeah.
So
True.
something that is 100 calories could be 120 calories, could be 80 calories. That is something that I think I'll talk on another day on how, even though it is that way, we can still actually stay consistent. Okay, another thing about fats is, I did not mention this earlier, it's very essential for absorbing vitamins D, E, K, A, DECA.
I used to call it adik.
Adik also can, like A, D, E. Oh yeah, can, not bad. And
Adik is fat. Simple as that.
Adik is fat. Oh my god. Where they taught you that?
I learned myself in school, bro.
So fats is also very essential for you for hormone regulation. Oh yeah, this is a story that I have. There was a client of mine who actually stopped eating fat.
Why?
Yeah, because
Let me guess. An influencer said so.
No, okay, here's the thing. Dietary fat is the easiest to be stored as adipose tissue. That is true. But it doesn't mean that it's the only thing that is stored as adipose tissue.
yeah, true.
Yeah. So I guess she got this information from somewhere and decided that, okay, so if I eliminate dietary fat, I eliminate fats, which is
Not true, lah.
which is it sounds like it's true, but it is not, because you see, the truth is, yes, dietary fat is the most likely to be stored as adipose tissue.
Yeah.
But
It's easy to store.
it's an easy process. It's a direct process.
It's
It's a direct process. Carbs have to take like a highway and then come into here. No, and protein has to take like 2 highways and come into here. So that's why she thought that if I eliminate fats, but what happens when you eliminate fats? She stopped getting a period. And
I'm not surprised.
She was messaging like, my period, I think she didn't get it for like 2 months. Then I was she's like, what should I do? I said, start eating fats. She started eating fats and everything got back to normal, luckily.
And for guys, you'll have the other issue, lah.
Yeah, totally opposite
You
issue.
get this issue.
You get the snake issue.
Then after that, you will get hair loss issues.
Yeah, hair loss issues.
beard issues.
Yes.
Yeah, your testosterone declining issues.
Yeah. So as much as like what Naresh mentioned just now about the study, as much as saturated fat is looked down upon, frowned upon, it's not bad, because one form of saturated fat is ghee, and ghee is a very good nutrients dense. Yes, what is that?
Dairy, bro. Milk.
Oh yeah.
How much of benefits are in milk?
So most of, I would say, saturated fat are very good for you, and you should not eliminate them from your diet. You should have them. I said have unsaturated and saturated fat together. It's very good for your cell membrane. A lot of things come into play when you have them together. Have them in moderation.
Yeah, have them in moderation. lah.
Then we go to our essential fatty acids.
Yes.
Just like a protein has essential amino acids, fats has essential fatty acids.
Your body cannot produce them.
Yeah. So when your body cannot produce something, we call it essential blah 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 because you need to consume it for your body to have it. So when it comes to essential fatty acids, I'm sure everyone has heard of this before: omega-3 and omega-6. Cholesterol, no, cholesterol we can produce. Okay. So omega-3, everyone is very familiar with this. Is the
Actually, majority of our people, they actually know what's omega-3, omega-6, not because they know actually what is it. They have probably heard, oh, take the omega-3.
yes, very good for you.
Yeah, which is true.
Yeah, very
Omega-3 has cardioprotective effects.
Yep.
It's important for your cell membrane and so on and so forth. Continue, bro.
But the thing is, people tend to overconsume omega-6 and underconsume omega-3. Well, I'm just waiting for something.
Hey, bro,
Ah.
vegetable oil is bad for you, lah. You can't take vegetable oils, you know.
Says who? Your auntie.
Says all of the palataus in social media.
There's no such thing as, okay, there's no such thing as a certain source of fat being bad except trans fat. I would say trans fat is bad, but there's no other form of fat which I would say is bad. The only time something becomes bad, because there was a study done on fatty liver,
Okay.
which they did consume a lot of. I'll try find the study. I'll try
Okay.
to link it.
Can.
They did do a study where people consumed a lot of fat, a lot of saturated fat, a lot of unsaturated fat. I'm not sure there's the same study that you were
Okay, go on.
mentioning.
Might be. Go on.
Might be. And there were no effects on the
Health
fatty
markers.
liver. Yes, there was no effect as long as you were under the calorie deficit.
Yeah, because they were having issues.
Yeah.
Because they were already overweight.
It is also said that if you substitute saturated fat with simple sugars, it could be worse for you as well. But at the end of the day, as long as you're in a calorie maintenance, as long
Wait. Context. Calorie maintenance when you're a healthy body fat.
yes, healthy body fat, calorie maintenance. Basically, stop blaming a particular food group. Stop blaming like, oh, saturated fat is the problem, sugar is the problem. No, nothing is the problem. The problem is you're sitting down, you're not active, and then you want to find someone to blame. So you're blaming saturated fat, you're blaming sugars. You can consume all of this as long as you're satiated, as long as you're active, you will be fine.
Yeah.
So where was I?
Okay,
I was
so
at
omega-6, right?
omega-3,
Okay, I want to touch
omega-6.
a bit about
Omega-6.
omega-6. So earlier, like I mentioned, right? Some influencers, they like to demonize omega-6
Uh-huh.
because in the
Inflammation.
past, in the past, not too far behind, there was this thing called omega-3 to omega-6 ratio. Scientists believe, researchers believe, because it was not a new information or what. It was limited evidence. So
Yeah.
they have draw some conclusion from limited evidence, right? So from that limited evidence, they suggested that, oh, people are under consuming omega-3
Okay.
and they over consuming omega-6.
Yes.
Oh, this is another one. I think you should say it. You don't have issues with omega-3 because you're over consuming omega-6.
Yeah. You're over consuming omega.
So there's no fucking reason to go supplement omega-6.
yes.
Just supplement omega-3. Okay?
Yeah.
We're coming there now.
You need a balance of omega-3
Yeah,
and 6.
so the researchers believe that there was a ratio involved in omega-3 to omega-6, which is causing the health issues, which is partially true because people are under consuming omega-3. When people start taking omega-3 supplements, because consuming omega-3 as food is a bit tricky, because mostly it's from fish,
Fish. What else sauce do they have?
krills and all that lah. But mostly marine life lah, marine life. Okay,
Oh, krill oil is omega-3, not 6, huh?
fish oil, bro. I mean, it's a aquatic thing, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's omega-3. So when you consume very, very low amounts of omega-3, you have a lot of health issues,
Yeah.
including heart issues, brain issues, and so many issues. When scientists, they start supplementing them with omega-3, they actually saw a lot of
Improvement.
improvements. And of course, they even have more improvements than what they expected. Okay, it's even important for your cell membranes and all of that.
Cell
So
membrane-
because of that, they actually thought that, oh, so there is a ratio involved. because low omega-3, high omega-6, inflammation, right? But now, recently, there is some evidence, not some, a lot of evidence, when they took unhealthy patients,
Okay.
unhealthy subjects, like, those who are high amounts of calorie intake, those with metabolic syndrome, these people, when they replace saturated fat with omega-6 oils,
Okay.
as in like vegetable oils, olive oil and canola oil, sunflower oil, which is being demonized, they actually saw improved health markers, which is less inflammation. So they thought omega-6 was actually pro-inflammatory. No, it's not. Which means it comes on the same thing again, bro. Your lifestyle is fucked, not because of one food.
Yeah.
It's a combination of everything. High energy intake, high saturated fat, extremely high saturated fat, high amounts of carbohydrates,
Cholesterol.
uh,
Okay.
yeah, but excess energy intake.
Yeah.
If your body fat is high, bro, you will come down to one major issue first, metabolic syndrome. And once you have metabolic syndrome, you have insulin issues, you have blood glucose profile, blood glucose issues, cholesterol issues, high blood pressure, and when all of this starts, it comes like a package. All-cause mortality and cardio issues and you name it, bro. Whatever issues you have,
So
it, right?
basically, the cause of most issues is just that people are lazy. Actually, instead of pointing towards food, right, you should point towards your laziness. Like point more towards your lifestyle. Point towards
Okay, laziness only for some people. Like some people, they do have 2 jobs.
Okay,
Like say a single mother of 2.
I understand.
Yeah, but that also you can still try to make better choices.
Yeah.
Like example, you're going to nasi kandar lah. Don't go for the ayam goreng.
Yeah.
Go for the chicken curry without the curry.
Yeah.
Add some vegetables. If you take nasi macam ni, ayam 2 ketul bergoreng, and then no vegetables, then you're asking for trouble lah. Right? So of course, yes, social economical factors come into place. Like you can't be going for Subway salad. But of course, when you go to nasi kandar, you can make better choices, right?
Yeah.
So again, omega-6 is not bad. Omega-3 to 6 ratios is being challenged again. So, but bottom line, omega-3 is being underconsumed. Majority of us do not consume enough omega-3, which is like your fish sauce lah.
So that would be another thing that can be supplemented.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your EHA, your DPA.
Yeah, compared to BCAA, take that.
Yeah.
Yes,
At least 1 gram a day. Not 1 gram tablet. When you look at the label, it should have 1 gram of that EHA and DPA, not the tablet. Yeah. So don't take omega-6 supplements because you have a lot of omega-6 in your food. Your nuts,
too much.
Your whatever, even your eggs, right? Your eggs, majority is omega-6. But unless if that chicken that laid that eggs is fat with omega-3 food, it will lay eggs which has high omega-3. So when you buy the eggs, read the labels. If it says it has EHA, DPA, read how much is it. Then you can actually go with eggs. Yeah. So omega-6 is not pro-inflammatory. It can be anti-inflammatory as well. And please continue, bro.
Okay. And there's another thing I wanted to just touch about when talking about fats, which is keto diet. People who totally eliminate carbs. Okay, first of all, the way keto works, it's not magic. It's not something, some magical thing happening in your body. No, when you cut out carbs, you indirectly make it easier to be in a calorie deficit.
Yeah, right.
And you could just be in a calorie deficit while eating carbs and see the same results.
Bro, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
So there was his doctor lah.
Okay.
There was his doctor. He actually blocked me because I debunked him. He was actually going around posting this one study, saying that how great is keto diet. He actually posted in his video. He was actually presenting to some people. So what I did, me being me, I went post that video. I went saw that study.
Okay.
So in that study, they had 2 groups.
How many of y'all actually do that? When somebody makes a claim and they say based on study, they give you a study, how many of y'all actually go read the study to see whether what they're saying and what's saying in the study is actually same? How many of y'all do that? None. I would say mostly, out of 10 people, out of like 50 people, maybe 2 people go read, bro.
And out of the 2, 1/5 will only go read the abstract.
Yeah.
Don't
Straight
read the,
conclusion.
don't read the abstract. Read the entire study.
Yeah.
Okay, so this doctor, he's a doctor, bro. He's a medical doctor. He's not some nonsense doctor. He's an actual doctor. In that study, there was two groups. One group was on a so-called keto diet, and one more group was on a one is a keto diet. One more group was on normal diet. Yes, normal diet,
including carbs and everything. Okay.
Yeah. So of course, in that conclusion, the keto diet lost weight. The normal diet, they did not lose weight, or they lost very low
Was
amounts.
the calorie same?
Yes. Okay, I'm coming there.
Ah.
So, and I was like, how come? This doesn't make sense in any way. So I read the methodology, I went through the tables, and shockingly, the calories were controlled because it was a observational study. They observed the keto dieters because what happened? The researchers told the group A, okay, I want you to cut carbs. So like what you said earlier, bro, when you cut carbs,
When you cut out a food group,
you're going to eat more protein
yeah,
and more fats.
which is very satiating, which will
Yeah.
keep you full longer.
So when they actually calculated, I think they did calculate the amount of energy they were consuming, right? They were only consuming like 1,005, 1,004, which is a deficit of majority of them. And then when they look at the normal group, they were consuming around 1,008, 1,009. How do you lose weight like that?
You know how ridiculous this is. Now I'm going
So
to.
when I spoke about this, the guy blocked me, bro.
Definitely.
So-
Cannot answer back means must block. The smart people usually they will either accept they're wrong.
No, because he's selling something.
That's what I wanted to ask you actually. Oh shit. The moment someone promotes keto, intermittent fasting, not really. Got products for intermittent fasting.
They will sell something lah. They will sell something lah.
Usually if someone is promoting keto or
Oh, they'll sell a cookbook.
so basically people who promote keto usually they're selling a product. What they sell actually? Pills.
I have no idea lah, bro. But I know keto dieters they'll sell is ketone drinks lah. Western culture they sell ketone drinks.
So basically the study that the doctor was mentioning is as ridiculous as this. Now I'm going to get 10 guys. I'm going to ask all of them to start smoking cigarette. But then I'm going to ask them to cut, let's just say, I have an eating window. You must smoke cigarette and have an eating window of 8 hours there or 6 hours. You only can eat for 6 hours in a day, but you must smoke cigarette. That's the special ingredient. And and compared to another group, which I just say eat normal foods. So after like a month, let's say, the group who smoked cigarette and ate for 6 hours saw weight loss. So is it because of the cigarette and the eating window, or is it because the eating window made them indirectly eat less calories and it has nothing to do with cigarette? I can publish a study like this, the cigarette and 6 hour, that's the new diet.
Causation, bro. Just because I'm wearing white shirt doesn't mean I'll die faster.
So you all must see when you all see a study, see whether it's fair, see who is funding the study, see who's promoting the study, and whether they're selling a product related to the study. These are all the things you need to see and also understand.
And most importantly, funding is I would disagree that funding alone is a problem because of course research needs funding, right?
Definitely.
Because there are some studies that goes against the funders.
But sometimes the
funders.
company that is selling the keto product is funding the keto study.
Yeah. So, but again, this comes down to one more thing. That study must be replicated somewhere far away. In a different lab, in a different country. It has to be replicated.
Like for example, creatine monohydrate.
Yeah.
The study of creatine monohydrate, you see it everywhere. It's exactly, mostly like 90% is just the same. And if there's more studies duplicating the same thing, seeing the same result, it's very good. And the last thing I would like to touch is keto. People are doing keto diet. For those who are doing keto diet, you need to understand that keto, the reason it was found was for a health issue. I am not sure which health issue, but in order to cure or make the health issue, the condition better, they were eating 97% of their diet from fat.
Okay.
Yeah. And 3%, if I'm not mistaken, was protein.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the side effect that they saw is that ketosis happened and they were losing body fat. But people who saw the study started implementing it in strength training, fitness industry. So they see, why not we take this and we bring it there and we sell it. So understand that please do not fall into these traps like what we were saying in the first episode. Don't fall into traps. Just all of your macronutrients are important. They all have a function in your body. Just eat it according to how much you need it.
Correct.
Do not try anything weird like, oh, I think I must cut out this, I think I must cut out that. You don't have to cut out anything. It's more of having everything in moderation and eating at your calorie maintenance, or if you're trying to lose fat, eating in a slight deficit, not in a major deficit, in a slight deficit. And that's all I have to say from my end. Do you have anything to add?
Remember, guys, majority or almost all professional athletes, they don't do keto diet. You know why? Because carbs is very important
yes.
Carbs is super important for performance. And of course, carbs is fun, bro.
Carbs is
life.
Carbs is what gives your muscle size.
And carbs gives you happiness.
Yes.
If you come tell me, oh no, bro, I don't like carbs, bro. You're fucking lying.
I don't like happiness.
Bro, anyone who says they don't like carbs are fucking lying.
Fucking lying,
if you're Asian and you don't like carbs, you're fucking lying.
Yeah. They
sorry.
They are lying to themselves. They have convinced themselves. They wake up in the morning every day. They go in the mirror.
They put the clown hair. They put the clown hair, the red nose.
I don't like carbs. I don't like carbs. I need to convince the world that I don't like carbs.
Okay, with that, I'll see you. We will see you
in episode 4.
அப்பதான் நினைக்கிறேன்.
This
episode 4. For carbohydrates.
Okay, peace out. Okay. So, you want to start off the episode?
Start recording,
Hey. Yeah. So, then, fats. Yeah, we're going to take a break for a while. Our brain work.
So, like earlier, earlier, like you said, right? No, you were saying something.
So, okay, putting that aside, trans fat. Was I talking about trans fat? Nutritional value. I'm going really off. Sorry, bro.
It's okay.
Okay. Never touch EFA yet.
Bro, before you go quiet, you must ask me something, you know.
Okay, sorry.
நான் விட்டுறேன்.
Okay.
Sorry, I can come. திடீர்னு நீங்க silent ஆயிட்டீங்கன்னா எனக்கு என்ன செய்யறது தெரியல.
Okay. I mean, focus.
Bro, இந்த clown mask நான் சொன்னல. என்ன எடிட் பண்ணிட்டு ஒரு clown mask ரெண்டஸ் போட்டுருங்க. சரியா?